Hi, I'm Stein. Every week, I develop a brand new obsession, and instead of therapy, I cope by becoming aggressively good at things for short, unsustainable bursts of time. This week, I tried volleyball, because apparently causing chaos on solid ground wasn't enough. I needed airtime. Spoiler, I'm kind of incredible at it. So yeah, volleyball, invented by a guy named William G. Morgan, who looked at basketball and said, "Whoa there, fellas. Let's calm down and introduce blunt force trauma in a more dignified way." It's fast, it's brutal, and somehow still counts as recreational. No wonder I fit right in. In all honesty, volleyball started off a soft sport. Now it's 6-on-6 non-stop sprinting, mid-air collisions, and enough shouting to qualify as a group therapy session. The basic premise is simple. 6 people, 1 ball, no crying. Your goal? Get the ball over the net and make it hit the floor on the other team's side. You get 3 touches max. Bump, set, spike.
Oh, hell no!
Sounds exactly like what I do to your mom. And if all goes well, the other team looks around like their souls just got evicted and replaced with dial-up internet. Nothing but Blake stares, 404 errors, and the faint sound of Windows XP shutting down. The positions include setter, which is clearly the best, outside hitter, the drama, middle blocker, tall but soft, libero, can't hit for anything, probably under 5 foot, but can pass the hell out of that ball. And I feel like I'm missing something. Probably nothing important. Also, yes, there are rotations. At the most basic level, you shift 1 position to the right every time your team wins a point. So if you're bad at 1 role, congrats. You'll be bad at 5 more in a minute. So earlier, we went over the whole 3-touch rule. And if you don't have that, just go ahead and click off the video for me. For the rest of you, let's go over some of the other rules. Rule 2, no double touches. 1 player can't hit the ball twice in a row, unless it's off a block, or unless you bribe the ref with some snacks. Rule 3, don't catch it. The ball must be hit, not caught, lifted, cradled, hugged, or whispered to gently. If it rests in your hand for even a millisecond too long, it's called a lift. And unless you're trying to emotionally lift your opponents with free points, don't do it. Rule 4, stay out of the net. If you touch the net while the ball is in play, you might as well walk yourself off the court. That's a net violation. And unless you're Spider-Man, you don't belong tangled up in it. Bonus, landing under the net on the other team's side, technically not allowed either. This is not Mario Kart. Please stay in your lane. If you're in the back row, you can't come flying up and spike in front of the attack line. That's the 10-foot line. If you are gonna attack from the back row, you have to jump behind the 10-foot line. Do it anyway, and the ref will blow the whistle so hard it echoes in your childhood memories. Rule 6, the serve rules all. You serve from behind the end line, overhand, underhand, jump serve, whatever. Just get it over the net and inside the other team's court. Hit the net and it goes over, that's legal. Hit the net and it drops like a dead bird on your side? Oof. Try again next life. Again, don't step on the line while serving. It's called a foot fault. And yes, the ref will call it just to ruin your day. Rule 7. Rotation is mandatory chaos. Every time your team wins a serve back, you rotate, clockwise. This means just when you start getting comfy in one spot, boom, now you're in the back, pretending you know how to pass. If you're out of rotation when the ball is served, that's an illegal rotation, and suddenly you're on the bench with the coach. Rule 8. Libero gets special rules. The libero is your gremlin in a different colored jersey. They play defense, can't spike, can't block, and switch in for back row players without asking permission like the rest of us mortals. Also, they can't set the ball with their hands in front of the 10-foot line. Of course, there are some exceptions to this setting rule. If the libero jumps from behind the 10-foot line and sets it mid-air, then that is completely legal. Rule 9, let it land if it's out. If the ball lands outside the lines, it's out. You don't have to heroically dive into a wall to save it unless it's in. Otherwise, let it go and pretend that was your plan all along. And yes, the lines are in. So if the ball barely kisses the line, congrats, you're still losing the point. And if your teammate is the last one to touch it, that is your responsibility to go get that ball, or anybody on your team for that matter. Bonus rule, don't be trash. Technically not in the rulebook, but if you scream at your teammates, throw a tantrum, or try to punch the ball into low orbit, you're probably gonna get benched, or worse, become a cautionary tale in someone's TikTok. So yeah, those are the rules. They might sound complicated, but once you start playing it becomes second nature. like breathing or disassociating during group presentations. Just bump it, set it, spike it, and remember, the only illegal move is giving up. Okay. Also catching. Definitely also catching. Okay, my little grease babies, we've gone through all the rules. Let's keep you off ridiculousness. First, the ready stance. Knees bent, arms out, eyes full of regret. You're not just preparing to move, you're bracing for the possibility of becoming a human floor mob. For bumping, you want flat forearms. Flat, not floppy. You're not casting a spell, you're just gently redirecting a projectile moving at the speed of sound. When setting, use your fingers, not your palms, unless you want the ref to stop and explain the game to you like you're a concussed toddler. Spiking, jump after the set, not before, not during, after. Treat it like a trust fall. If you jump too early, congrats. You're just airborne and useless, like a pigeon with no sense of timing. Bonus tip, call for the ball, loudly, like it owes you rent. Communication is key, and silent teammates are just liabilities with knee pads. And if all else fails, just commit. Nothing distracts a team like raw, unearned confidence and the sound of your shoulder dislocating mid-air. The best way to learn is to watch. And now that you've ruined your joints, it's time to spectate. Cool, here's where to look. Olympics. Indoor and beach volleyball are both Olympic sports. Big drama, big crowds, big dives. FIVB, International Volleyball Federation, they run the Volleyball Nations League, World Championships, and more. Also, NCAA, which is college volleyball. US college games go hard. Watch programs like Nebraska, Stanford, Wisconsin, BYU, UCLA, and Long Beach. Also, YouTube channels like Volleyball World, or my favorite, Coach Donnie. He's got great content on there for teaching you how to play. And to get yourself hyped and motivated to go, watch Haikyuu. I know so many volleyball players are like, oh my god, you should start playing Haikyuu, whatever. But nothing will get you more hype than watching a 5'3" Asian boy destroy the balls of volley. And make friends along the way. Trust me, you will not regret. Volleyball is like chess. Chess was fast and you could legally assault people with the ball. Volleyball is strategy, chaos, speed, and pain. It's easy to learn, hard to master, and gives you just enough adrenaline to forget you have homework. Will I be into it next week? Probably not. I already bought fencing gear. Until further notice, volleyball is life. Like, subscribe, or send me volleyball knee pads. Thanks for watching. Go play something, or don't. Bye.